Today is Thursday, the 12th of January 2017. It's 13:27 Central European Time. This video is an attempt to try and explain some Jesus past discrediting, namely pertaining to something called mmmayhem. I used to have a URL. I'm not even sure if I still have it registered or not. I know that I keep paying annually some fee to World for You internet services. I want to explain how the mmmayhem came about. For that, I take you not anywhere on my snow leopard partition, but to my leopard partition, and which is old, as you can see, and into a partition called mmmayhem. The whole thing originally started out with, if I get the chronology right, because it's been a while and I changed the meaning of mmmayhem several times. As I remember it, the whole thing started out with a fantasy not a role-playing game, a tabletop game. I'm not sure if I still have that actually. Here it's the Mere Mortals Mayhem. Okay? The idea was this was a skirmish-sized, as it says here, skirmish-sized fantasy tabletop war game for miniatures, a set of rules which I meant to make available free online, and that's why I registered as mmmayhem way back when. This logo, as you can see, is from 2007 February, and I've been working on this prior to that. Okay, that was the logo that I worked on 2007. This was the first. Eventually I sort of lost interest in it, but I had already gone and registered that URL, so I figured, let's make use of that name for something better, and I called the mmmayhem Mercenary Man Mayhem, which I don't have actually a logo for this, as far as I know, but it was a science fiction tabletop game where, let's see, there were different factions. It was kind of like Warhammer 40k and so on and so forth. So it started out as a fantasy skirmish game called Mere Mortals Mayhem. Then it became a science fiction war game called Mercenary Man Mayhem. Then I abandoned the whole war game thing, and it became Murky Media Mayhem. Actually, as you can see here, for instance, this is also a 2007 file, so pretty quickly I actually abandoned it. Murky Media Mayhem, let's see if I find the index page here, or the home maybe. Well, anyhow, Murky Media Mayhem. That was supposed to, when I was trying to get into art, that is doing illustration artwork, which I used to be able to do before they completely fucked that up in my mind, completely blocked it and everything. So it was Murky Media Mayhem for a while, which would have been, it was actually supposed to be side menu. I don't know why it displays it horizontally here. This was 2007, and it would have been supposed to be the home of my artwork, so to speak. Then it changed yet again and became something, let me close this here, and became something called mmmayhem. That was actually early 2008, as you can see here, the oldest files, which stood for, here is the mayhem of April 2008. There was a mmmayhem. Moppe is a fictive creature, you can see it here. It has 3 eyes, it's an alien creature from planet Mercury, and it's called Mayhem. That's its name, okay? mmmayhem Mayhem. And the whole thing was supposed to be a website. Let's see, where's the index page here? Was supposed to be a website on German language pulp magazines, dime novels, namely for fantasy and science fiction such, because there exists already for horror such, there exists a website called gruselmanne.de. This is all about horror pulp magazines in German, right? So let's just click around here. Something. This is probably not the right one. Let's take this one here, where you can see just a documentation of the covers of them, and if you click on them, a brief little summary of the plot and reviews that people were able to submit. And the website that I was doing also actually would enable people to send in reviews and so on and so forth. Okay, so the meaning of mmmayhem changed yet again, namely to mmmayhem. Thereafter, it changed yet again. I'm not sure if I still have this here or not. I could actually just search for it here. Let's see what it's called. Mesmeric Magazines Mayhem. When I figured, or actually, sorry, I got the chronology wrong. Mesmeric came before mmmayhem because it's been 9 fucking years. Okay, pardon me for getting the chronology wrong on what I changed to be the intended use almost 10 fucking years ago. This would have been a website for American, mostly English language pulp magazines, as you can see them here, you know, the rags. And it would have been just every single issue would have had its table of contents, and every single piece of short fiction actually would have had its grades given and what score it got, and a plot summary and an opinion of the reviewer, and so on and so forth. So it was Mesmeric Magazines Mayhem, then it became mmmayhem Mayhem, and so on and so forth. It was always never anything else than some hobby website. I do want to point this out because I am absolutely certain that a long time ago, people completely and utterly discredited the website and what allegedly it meant. Now, if you go on Google and type in mmmayhem, you get all kinds of mmmayhems. There's John mmmayhem photography, there's mmmayhem films, whatever the fuck. Mine goes back to 2007 at the very least, if not 2006, if not further than that, because 2007 is actually, before I got this Mac, I dimly remember that I actually worked on this already on the previous machines that I used, so it goes actually back further than my Mac. I think some of that data already was migrated, but be that as it may, I have nothing to do with any other mmmayhem out there or what the fuck ever, okay? Whatever the fuck they made since then, and I can assure you once more, I did Google that mmmayhem then, and then nobody used mmmayhem. Anybody who has used it since then has used it since then, okay? Just for completeness sake. And that mmmayhem never meant anything other than just some hobbyist product of the things that I liked, and nothing more. Especially was it not the MM as utilized as part of the wolf indoctrination, those M's really representing W's, what with Motorhead and Lemmy and whatnot, and Sign of the Wolf and blah. Okay? None of that. Nor was it the doomsday of the year 2000 coming to catch up with people, or any shit like that. In fact, some of you, maybe not you, the viewers of this video, but some of those fuckers who originally bought into my discrediting, the discrediting of me, that is what I mean, probably just were given the titles, right? So for instance, they were given Mere Mortals Mayhem. Oh, he must be a demon. Oh no, because he calls the mortals mere mortals. Oh, okay. Mayhem has absolutely no relation to any fucking thing regarding instrument technologies or the whole shebang. Okay? Nothing. And yet you bet your asses that it was discredited just because they discredited everything I did. Everything. Now when 2013 came along, I needed online web space to load up these fucking photographs, I think 5 of them in total, that I utilized in, I can show you this one more time, not that I hadn't done it before, but I'm going to show you this again. The best red planet diorama ever thread at the miniatures page. I hope they're not currently on the every day that website is down for an hour or two because they're doing whatever kind of updates daily. Actually, it's not doing anything. Well, it has page 2 cached here, not page 1. On page 1 there's a couple of photos, some directly linked to the NASA website and some to my web space, which as I remembered, was the mmmayhem web space, because I don't have any other web space than that for uploading shit. At the same time, I want to point out something in addition. I have never uploaded anything to that website other than those very few, 5 I think it was in total, photographs. So if anybody in those years since then, namely especially since early 2013, said, oh, look at all the shit that he uploaded to that website of his, I did not upload anything other than these photographs. If anybody ever found anything else other than 5 or so photographs, all of which showing the fuckery that NASA allegedly found on Mars, then I assure you I did not fucking put it there. And I have added in the past the information to all the people. I'm not sure if I wrote this in way back in some document or some email, or if I actually have it in one of the earlier videos. Even those photographs, the last time I checked them, here via this here website, page 1, which the fuck won't load for whatever fucking reason. That's namely the interesting page, not page 2. I don't give a rat's ass about page 2. That these photographs have, the fuckers went and messed with the photographs that I had on my web space, blurring everything, decolorizing some parts so that it wasn't anywhere near as clearly visible anymore as it was when I uploaded these photographs, right? Not just that they go and mess with those 5 photographs, but they most probably added all kinds of shit to that web space that I never put on there. I just want to, I'm just going to abandon this shit because apparently it won't load. I just want to go to show to you that I have been discredited on mmmayhem maybe all the way back since early 2007 or anywhere in between, and certainly by 2013 people utilized the mmmayhem to discredit me, okay? When there is absolutely no cause or reason for that. And you fuckers out there buy into this shit. Because you're fucking idiots who all get your fucking minds fucked by your own willing executioners and their buddies, other Jesus willing executioners. Just so you know.